I'm gonna start. Okay.
I won't stir the candle.
Just have that Corbin off in the corner. Like, I'm with Lizzie! Just like,
I'm just there. Oh, that's a nice
she's, she's thrilled to be here.
Okay, you need to breathe.
I do.
Oxygen.
Oh. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am joined by Lizzie.
Hi.
And today we are filming a video talking about the similarities, the differences, answering your questions about sixth form and college, because I go to sixth form and Lizzie goes to college. So we thought it would be ideal to sort of compare the two, and I thought that when this time last year, this would have been a good video to watch. So we're going to see how it goes. I asked you on Instagram and Twitter for any questions, and I've compiled them into a list on my phone. So just going to read them out and we're going to have a chat, you know. So first question is, what made you decide to go to college or sixth form?
For me, I don't have a sixth form. Like, my school didn't have one, so it was kind of always either going to be like a college or a completely different sixth form. So regardless of where I went, it'd be a different environment. So it wasn't like I had like a safe place. So I kind of just thought if I was going to be branching out anywhere, I may as well go to a college.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like the independence of college.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot less.
So for me, like, my school did have a sixth form. So what made me decide to go to it was, I think, just like the safety of it almost. Like, I knew what teachers I was going to have. I knew that they were going to be like good teachers. I mean, it's convenient as well. Like, I can walk to my school. Like, I'd still have the same friendship group. But then again, like, with it being a safe option, is like you don't get that new experience that you get at college. You sort of like answered this one already, but two, is it more independent at college?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot less, I don't know what the word is, like, it's a lot less homely at college.
Yeah.
Because I know that the thing I liked about school was that you had like this massive support system always, and it was always like everyone was there for everyone and everyone knew each other. But at college, it's kind of like you're lucky if you walk down the corridor for 10 minutes and you see one person that you know, because there's so many people that you just kind of don't get to know everyone. And even in your lessons, I remember at school in your lessons you'd know everyone.
Yeah.
In lessons, you're lucky if you know one of the people in there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, so everyone's doing their own thing and no one's really bothering to get to know people as much because they're just there for their A-levels. That's all they're there for.
Yeah, I think at college, like, by the sounds of what you were saying and what I gathered as well when I was looking at colleges, when I was like applying to places, is it's like very like coexistent. Like, you get on with your own stuff.
Yeah.
And like, you just mind your own business.
Yeah.
Like, whereas at sixth form, it's very like inclusive, you know, like you're around the same people, you're doing the same sort of thing. And the thing is with sixth form is I don't think it is as independent because it is more like school. Like, I think college is like quite different to like what secondary school was like. Whereas for me, like, obviously I'm still in a secondary school and like we have our own like space, but we're still mixed in with the other students. And like it is more like, I guess, strict. Like, you were telling me earlier.
Erla? Who's Erla?
Like, you were telling me earlier that like you can like not turn up to college and like no one's gonna mind. Yeah, we're not recommending this. Don't try it at home. But like,
some days you'll get a text or like you'll know that a teacher isn't coming in, so you know you have a cover.
Yeah.
And if you know that you've got a cover, my mindset is there's no point in me being there because you don't normally get taught anything new. It's kind of just like you're given a sheet and you get on with it. Sometimes you don't even have a teacher. Because if there's a teacher that can't get in at college and there's no cover teachers, they just give you the worksheets and there's no teacher in the room. So I think times like that at college, it's easy to just not be bothered. I think at college as well, it's a lot easier to not want to go in my personal experience. I know that that's not the same for everyone, but for me, because it's so independent and it's so kind of carefree, I find it a lot easier to wake up in the morning and just say no.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do that at school.
And the thing is, I think at college, by the sound of it, if you don't want to go in, then no one's really gonna mind.
No one really checks unless you're consistently not going in.
Yeah, whereas like with sixth form, because like obviously it's different, and like obviously for the whole video as well, we are talking about like this is relative, because like your college isn't going to be the same as all colleges in the UK, and my sixth form isn't going to be the same as all sixth forms. But in my sixth form, it's quite small. There's like probably like 50 of us in it or so, and because of that, like if you don't turn up, people are going to notice, and like your teachers will notice, because like this is another question, but the class sizes are smaller, so if someone's not there, like you know. And also like obviously people still like don't turn up sometimes to lessons, but like people will notice and teachers will say something and you'll get put on report or something if it happens, whereas I feel like in college you can just get away with it, whereas you can't in sixth form. But I mean, like if that's something that you're like, if you're that kind of person that if you're just not feeling it, you're not going to go in, then maybe sixth form is better.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, there's, like, more consequences to not turning up.
That's kind of something that makes me regret not going to sixth form, because I feel like I'd be more motivated if I knew it wasn't just down to me. Because I know that when things are just down to me and there's no kind of pressures on me and there's no kind of support system saying, come on, let's do this, I just kind of shut down and I'm like, I'm not going to do it anyway, like, what's the point? Because I don't rely on myself very much. Like, I don't have very much faith in myself, but if there's someone there saying, like...
Yeah, like, come
on,
in,
let's do it,
like, what are you doing?
Then I can do it.
Yeah.
And that's why at school, with, like, having teachers, I was so motivated. But now it's like...
But then that is also why it is more like secondary school, because it is that sort of pressure if you've got to be there kind of thing. So that's why it is more like a school setting than college. College is like a bit more like university, I think.
Yeah.
In a sense, it's like one step more towards uni.
Yeah.
Whereas sixth form is like one step back and more like secondary school, just slightly different. Number 3, is the workload different? I mean, this is sort of hard to compare because I don't really know how much homework you get. You don't know how much I get, but like...
Quite relative again. But I know at my college personally, we don't get set too much homework.
Do you not?
No, I've only had like 3 pieces of homework this year. And the rest has just been revise, go home and revise this. Like,
see, I get so much. Our sixth form's policy, the rules are, I know everyone doesn't stick to it, but the rules are like you have 4 or 5 hours of lessons and then you have 4 or 5 hours of homework for each subject. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
And like not all subjects stick to it. Like for biology, I probably get like 2 hours a week or something.
Yeah.
But then I'll make it up by like making flashcards or something, you know. But for like history, I get like 6 hours maybe a week. I get so much homework. But then like also your timetable is different, so it's like you do get more homework, but you have more time to do the homework. Because, like, I have a lot of frees. We're answering another question here, but, like...
It's like a question. It's questions in a question.
Yeah. But I get, like... I think on my timetable... So, say you have a 30-hour week. Like, I can have a maximum of 6 lessons in a day, which is an hour for a lesson, and then obviously 5 days a week. So, I have maximum, like, 30 hours a week, and about 14 of those, for me, are free periods. Yeah. So, like, I can do my homework in those hours, so you have, so you have, like, less to do at home, but yeah, I do get set a lot.
I feel like the maximum amount of hours you can have at college is 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
Because there's 4 lessons a day. Oh no, but the lessons are an hour and a half.
It's probably the same then.
So, yeah, probably 30 hours a week, but I think out of those 30 hours, because I only have 3 of each lesson, 3 lessons of each subject a week, I'm only there... I can't do maths. 3 lessons a week, and I'm there for 3. So that's an hour and a half, 3, 4.5. So 4.5 hours per lesson. So that's 9, 11.5. I'm there for 11.5 hours a week out of 30. That's really bad.
Is that your lesson time or your free time?
My lesson time. I'm there for 11.5 hours a week out of 30.
That's crazy.
That's bad.
That means you've had 19 free periods. Wow.
Oops.
Yeah, so answering the question, the workload is different, but once again, it is completely relative to where you go. Okay, we sort of answered this one as well, but what is the difference in the amount of frees you have? So, by the sounds of it, you have more than me.
I feel like at college, I know that at certain sixth forms for your frees, you can't go home.
Oh yeah, we can for hours, but we have things called study periods as well. So we have free periods where we don't have to be there, but we have study periods as well, which is an hour that you have to be there, and like you have to register for it.
I don't have that.
I only have one though, so
yeah.
So out of 14 frees, only one of them I actually have to be in school for. But sometimes, like, when your free is in the middle of, like, 2 lessons, so I have a lesson, then a free, then a lesson, like, it's not worth going home for me, so I just stay there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I know that a lot of sixth forms do have, like, you have to be there in your frees.
Yeah, I've heard of that as well, but that's,
That'd be horrible.
Yeah, like, I'd get sick of it, like, sitting in the same place for, like, hours.
Like, I'm free most of the week. So
I know, that's crazy. You have such a flexible timetable.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to people choosing their A-level subjects? Actually, we haven't even said what we take.
Oh, yeah.
I take history, biology and English literature.
And I take history, media and sociology.
Yeah. So what advice would we give to people choosing their A-level subjects?
Think about the workload, because history is a lot.
Yeah.
History is a lot. So I feel like if you're going to choose history, you have to be dedicated to history. Like,
you've got to like it. You've got to like it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just not going to want to do the work. There's so many people in my class, actually, like, they're not sort of like passionate about it, and therefore they don't want to do the work, and they just spend their time complaining about it. So like, also that sort of links it. My main advice would probably just be take the things that you like. Like, lots of people take maths because like it's a good A level, but like if you don't like maths, then like what is the point in doing it for 2 years?
Yeah.
Also think about where you like want to go in the future. Like, I don't know this personally still, but like if you know what career path you want to go down, if you know what you want to do at uni, like, obviously do things that are going to facilitate those.
Yeah, and even if they don't have to be A-levels, if you just want to do like a BTEC course.
Yeah, exactly, or an apprenticeship.
Yeah, anything like that, just choose something that's going to, I won't want to say get you somewhere, but choose something that you...
Like, helps you towards
it. Wouldn't mind doing further, because if you sat there for 2 years miserable, there's no point.
Exactly. Did you ever consider going to the other one? So did you ever consider going to sixth form, and did I ever consider going to college?
I didn't ever consider sixth form, and I know that's bad, but I think it was because, it sounds stupid, but a lot of my life I've like followed my sister. Because I like to follow what's safe and what I know has been tried and tested and works. So I did the same GCSE subjects as my sister. I'm doing basically the same A-level subjects at the same college that she went to, just because I like to know that it was safe. So it's not, I don't really have like an academic reason for going to college. I just went because my sister did, and it's safe and I know that it's good, but I also did want to be more independent, which I am obviously now regretting.
So I did actually consider college. Like, I looked at loads of places.
And I at my college.
I nearly went to the same college as Lizzie. Nearly went. Imagine that if we actually like met at college.
I can't believe you didn't. I'm disappointed.
I know. So I did consider college, and I very nearly went. I only really decided in like the summer holidays. Like, I know that you have to apply very early on, but I applied for your college and my sixth form, because I was like, at the end of the day, I can just like reject one and say I'm not going to go. But yeah, I definitely did consider college because I liked the sound of the independence.
Yeah.
Because I am quite an independent person, and like I kind of wanted a new experience. So we've sort of covered this one as well. What are the differences between the size of the classes? So I feel like at sixth form, it's sort of like a known fact that your classes are smaller. Like, but once again, it completely depends on what sixth form you go to, like how big your school was anyway, because obviously if it's a bigger school, like bigger secondary school, it's going to have a bigger sixth form. But also it depends on the subjects. Like, at sixth form, it is supposed to be smaller classes, but my history class has like 20 people in it. But then my English class has like 8 people in it.
Yeah.
But what are yours like at college?
I don't know. I don't want to say average because that's so like vague. But I would say that they're smaller than school.
Yeah.
but I don't know about numbers, maybe 20-ish, something like that. Because, I don't know, it's just, it obviously depends who turns up on the day. Because a lot of our classrooms just have, like, permanently empty chairs when they were full on the first day, and we're like, where have you gone?
Yeah.
So yeah, it depends on the lesson, to be honest.
Yeah. So it sounds kind of similar, but I think in general, sixth forms tend to have smaller class sizes. But as I said, once again, it depends on where you go. It depends on the subject that you take. What are the differences in terms of freedom? So, like, do you have a dress code? Can you leave during the freeze and at lunch?
This is where we find out that college is very free.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any set in stone rules about dress codes, about freeze, about anything at college. We don't get given, like, I know that when you went to secondary school, you get given a planner and you have, like, rules in there.
Yeah.
I've not seen any rules at college. We don't have a dress code. Obviously, I go to college sometimes in high heel boots that are like this, but they are thick.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, so do I at sixth form, so...
So it's like, I feel like there's a lot of freedom with dress codes. There's no set in stone where you have to go for freeze. You can go home, you can stay in town, because obviously it's quite in the centre of things, so you can just go to any shop in town and just chill in there.
Yeah.
You can sit in the cafe, the library. It's very free at college, I think, and for some people that might be what they want, because that's where you get the university feel from it.
Yeah.
Because it's so optional, you're just free to do whatever, just as long as you turn up for your lesson at the time your lesson is. That's all they're really bothered about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at sixth form, obviously it depends on where you go, because I have some friends that went to a science college, but their dress code is strictly business. Yeah. So you have to dress in business clothes, like the guys have to dress in suits, and like the girls have to dress in like a nice skirt and like blouse and stuff. But obviously it depends on where you go. My sixth form is quite free as well in terms of dress code. We have a couple rules, like we're not allowed to wear crop tops. Yeah. And we're not allowed to wear hats inside.
Oh yeah, hats, that's the one thing that we get told off for, hats.
But I mean, people still do it. Oh, we're not allowed to wear coats inside either. Like, we're not allowed to sit... Well, like, we're allowed... If we've got a free... Yeah. We're allowed to put our coat on, but we can't sit in, like, a coat in lesson.
Oh, no, my lesson just gets freezing, so I just put my coat on.
Yeah. But we're not allowed to wear crop tops, but, I mean, that gets broken all the time. Yeah. The amount of crop tops I've seen this year. But, yeah, there's no real dress code. Like, I know that some places, some sixth forms, like, people aren't allowed to wear jeans.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. I don't know, but... I still wear jeans. But once again, that completely depends on the place that you go, because some colleges have a dress code, some places don't. And then in terms of freedom as well, as I said, I do have free periods where I can leave, but then I have a study period where I have to stay. But, I mean, if you have free periods, depending on where they are in the day, it's not like in college where you can you can go out and there's like a cafe like right there, you know, like you just nip to Costa. Yeah. Like, because where I am, like my school like is in a suburb, so like there's nothing round it really. Like you can get the bus to town, but it's still going to be like a 20-minute bus trip. So there's not many places that you can go to. But once again, it's like very relative to where you can go, where you go. We sort of covered this one as well. Do you have any regrets about choosing sixth form or college? Yeah, I have regrets as well. I feel like...
Swap places.
Yeah, but I feel like wherever you go, there is always going to be pros and there's always going to be cons.
Saying, I could have gone there.
Because one thing that I sort of like miss about sixth form is that obviously some sixth forms do gain a lot of new students from other places, but where I went, we had one new person join. Yeah. So it's the same faces, the same teachers, like the same setting. And there's no like real new experiences to it. Like, yes, it is slightly different to secondary school, but like you have the same people. Like, I haven't met anyone new.
At sixth forms, do you have people that are older as well? Because I know that at college sometimes you can get like the odd 20-year-old in a class.
No, not at sixth form, because I feel like at colleges, like, yeah, you have those students
we have,
that
like,
do
international. We have older people that come back.
Yeah. We don't have that at sixth form, but yeah, that's one thing I would regret, because I like, as much as like I'm socially awkward, like I like meeting new people, you know. Yeah. And like I think I would have liked the new experience. But do you have any regrets about going to college?
I think my only regret is because I feel like I'm not pushing myself enough. And
Yeah.
that is completely on my back. Like, that is not the college's fault.
Yeah.
But I know that in myself, I'm not someone that works well independently. I have to have someone nagging me saying, come on, do it, get it done. So without that, it's just kind of like, I just let my education just fall to the floor and like forget about it. And it's not good. But that is just me personally. I know that a lot of people will get a kick out of the independence and work better.
Yeah. Okay. If you had your time again, would you stay where you are now or move to college or sixth form? This is interesting, actually.
I don't know, because as much as I, like, say, oh, I want to focus on my education, but I'm not at college, I don't think I'd want to go to a sixth form because, like, I've met so many amazing people at college that I feel like I wouldn't have met at sixth form because obviously everyone's so different and they're people that I've never seen before, and obviously you meet some really teachers with some great personalities at college because it's so much more free.
Yeah.
The teachers just have this carefree attitude and it's
you
amazing.
have a different relationship with them as well, I think.
Yeah, it's like, it's not the kind of relationship you'd have with your teachers at school where you know them all by name.
Yeah, like,
you know,
they've watched us grow up
Yeah.
since year 7 in our sixth form. Like,
Yeah.
they've known me for like 7 years. So it
College
is
is
different.
a completely different ball game. They've seen you for like a year, maybe 2 years, I think is the most that they see you. So they don't really bother with trying to look amazing. They just let themselves be themselves.
Yeah.
And it's so great to see teachers just being themselves.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I know this is sort of off topic, but I feel like at college as well, it's like, if you don't do the work, like, it's sort of your problem.
Yeah, it's completely your problem if you don't do the work.
Whereas at our sixth form, because it is a small place, like, you are sort of more chased up on things.
Yeah.
Like, if you haven't done the work, then it's going to be like, why haven't you done it? Like,
no, it's kind of on your back if you haven't done it.
Okay. What's lunch like? Because at college, people come and go throughout the day depending on their lessons. So, like, how does it work?
I'm only actually in college for lunch 1 day a week.
Oh.
Because other days I either...
Well, there you go. What's
other
lunch
days
like?
I either start at 1 or I finish at 12:15.
Yeah.
So, I know. So, the 1 day a week that I'm at college, it kind of varies as to if we go in the cafe or if we go out for lunch and get like a Costa.
So you can go out, like you can go to a restaurant.
It's great, honestly, I love it, but it's really fattening me up. I really need to chill out while I'm eating.
Yeah, well, like lunch at sixth form, it's just like secondary school again. Like, some people aren't there, but like me and like all my friends, we're all there at lunch. So like I sit with the same people, like we sit in the same place.
Yeah.
But you have like less options. Like, if you do want like to go out and get food, like you can't really because you don't have the time to like go to town.
Yeah.
So you're kind of forced to like get school food or your own food.
Yeah.
So it's more like secondary school. Like, we can't just like nip down to Costa because that takes like 40 minutes.
I can't remember the last time I took my own food to anywhere.
Really?
Like, I'm always buying food. That's another bad thing about college. If it's in a town, it is bad for your bank.
Yeah,
it is
I would
bad.
be so tempted to just shop all the time because
honestly,
like I'm that person like when I go to town, like I just have to get like a coffee while I'm at it.
Yeah,
like, it's like tradition
it's just
for me.
always...
But I'd be getting coffee like every day.
It's the vending machines at college that do me as well.
You have vending machines.
Yeah, we have vending machines for like
that is a recipe
drinks,
for disaster.
Chips and chocolates and everything. You come out of a lesson and there's just a big vending machine there and you're like,
oh no.
It's great. I love it.
How much support do you get in college compared to sixth form?
I don't want to say that college you get none because that would be unfair to my college because I know that they do put effort in. But I think at school it's a lot easier to go up to your teachers that you've known all your life, and at sixth form that you've known since you were year 7 and say, hey look, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
But at college you've only just met these people, and I personally I don't know why I always feel stupid asking for help. I feel like it makes me look like silly. So I used to struggle with asking for help at school, but obviously because I knew the teachers I'd be fine with it. But asking for help with work and things at college, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do it because they're scary and like I don't know them.
Whereas like at sixth form, especially if you stay at your school's sixth form, like obviously if you go to a different sixth form, it's going to be the same situation as college.
Yeah.
But like because I stayed in the same school, it's like I know all the teachers, they know like how I work.
Yeah.
And like it's easy to like ask for help, and also you're a lot more monitored, I think, in sixth form.
Yeah, you are.
Like they will go through like your books, they will give you like face-to-face feedback on stuff.
Yeah, we get that sometimes.
Yeah.
If we do like a assessment. But...
Yeah, but it's like a lot more monitored in sixth form. But obviously, once again, that is relative, because if you go to a really big sixth form, then you're going to get less attention than in a small sixth form. But if you do like that attention and like that push from teachers, then
like
sixth form is good.
Yeah.
What's the environment like at both? Is it different to the school setting? We sort of covered this again.
Yeah, college is different to school settings. Obviously,
it's more like uni, I think.
It's more. I wouldn't describe it as lonely, but I also would, because there are so many people that you don't know. It's like, imagine that you were walking around town on your own, and then that is what college is like. Because if you see so many unfamiliar faces, you're kind of just like, I'm completely on my own. Like, I don't know any of these people. Obviously, I have my college friends and things like that, but like, if I'm on my own and I'm going to a lesson, I'm like, I don't know these people. And you can feel lonely at college quite easily if you're someone like me that is very dependent on others.
Yeah.
Like, I need my tribe, I need my friends, otherwise I get lonely. So, especially because I really enjoyed school and I love the school environment and seeing all the people I knew around and just like having a laugh in the corridors.
Yeah.
So when it got to like college, it was a bit of a shock. I was a bit like, oh.
Yeah.
I know none of you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think in that sense, college is a little bit more overwhelming, because yes, it is a new experience, but you've got to get used to the new experience, and not to put anyone off, because like I would. I don't
put anyone off, but
like I would like to go through that new experience. But then with sixth form, it is like the environment. It's like quite homely.
Yeah.
Like you are in a, like you do have your own space as a sixth former, but it's homely in the sense that like you're in the same school that you've been in for like 5 years previously. Like you know the teachers, you know the people that go there. Like you've practically grown up together, so it isn't like, it's quite like a comfortable atmosphere.
Yeah, I think that is what I would regret, is not going to sixth form because of that. Because college, when you get used to it, sorry, I'm like staring at the glue stick. When you get used to college, it's not too bad. But I remember my first like day or two of college, I'd get home and FaceTime my friend and like borderline cry.
Yeah.
Because I just felt so lonely and like missed the whole environment of school and knowing people. But now that I'm used to it, I don't feel that as much. But there are times still where I'm a bit like, oh.
Yeah, but also with college, you've got to remember that when you're starting, everybody is in the same boat. You, like, all these people are new to you, but you're also new to them. They're in exactly the same position as you.
The faces that you see in the corridor, that you're kind of like, oh, I don't know them. They're also seeing your face and not knowing you.
Right, okay, last question. Do you learn a lot of content in lessons, or are you expected to teach a lot of it to yourself?
We, at college, this is obviously, everything I've said about college is like relative to my college.
Completely. The whole video, relative.
Relative to my college, but we do a lot of content in the lessons, but then they also say 20 hours a week of revision. That's what they say we have to go home and do. So 5 hours per lesson, but obviously mine would be 15 hours.
Yeah, that's what sixth form says as well.
So they say 5 hours revision a week will be good. So we get like 15 hours a week of revision that we have to do, but I just go home and learn the things, because sometimes they'll give us a sheet and say like go home and learn this, and then we have to come back the next lesson with like answers for like the questions that they've given us. But that is very rare.
So would you say it's a lot of independent learning? Oh, popular. Would you say it's a lot of like independent learning then?
No.
I'd
say the majority of it is like
in lessons.
Dependent, is that the word?
I guess
it's
so,
independent, yeah. A lot of dependent learning,
Yeah. Actually, I feel like I learn everything at school, and then what I do at home is just going over what I've learned at school.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So in that sense, it is more like secondary school. But then again, we do have like research homeworks that we need to do to research things, but then often we'll go over that research in lesson again. So it's not like I've done the research at home and then that's the end of that. Whenever, like, we'll often discuss what we've researched. So yeah, actually I'd say that most of it I do learn in sixth form, and then it's just a case of like going over it again at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was all the questions that we're answering. I hope that we have answered some of your queries that you might have about sixth form or college. I hope this might be useful when you're applying to places.
I hope I didn't scare anyone off college.
Yeah, we do not mean to put you off either place.
It was relative for my college and it was relative for Lydia's sixth form.
As we have said. So once again, just sort of like bear that in mind. It might be a completely different experience for you than it was for us, because obviously we are individuals who go to an individual sixth form and an individual college. But regardless, I hope that this was helpful, and if you did enjoy the video, then do make sure to like, subscribe, and also subscribe to Lizzie's channel.
Thank you.
I will have it linked down below in the description. Bye guys!